salt wedging. Salt wedging. Okay, write down. If any rock broken, if any rock broken due to accumulation of more salts, due to accumulation of more salts, such type of weathering is known as salt wedging. Such type of weathering is known as salt wedging. What is the literal meaning of wedging? Wedging is nothing but breaking. Now see here, understand the concept. For example, this is the rock. This rock is having a small crack like this. Assume that this is the rock. This rock is having a small crack. Okay. What do you mean by rock? Rock is nothing but accumulation of minerals. There are certain rocks. These rocks are not only having the minerals. Along with minerals, there are certain salts are present. Whenever the rainfall will take place, this rainwater accumulates in this particular crack. The rainwater accumulates in this particular crack of the rock. What this particular rock is having? It is having certain amount of salts. Whenever the waters are there, these waters are reacting with salts, and over a period of time this water turns into saline water. Such waters are turns into saline water. But next day, if the temperature increases, what happened to this water? This water will be evaporates. Whenever the water will be evaporates, only what type of waters? These waters, saline waters. The salt will be remained there itself, and water will be evaporates. Now who is staying here? All sorts of salts are there. Whenever the next batch of rain will take place, again there is a storing of certain salts. Whenever again next batch of rainfall will take place, again over a period of time, this particular crack is completely filled with the salts. Okay, over a period of time, what happened? This particular salt started to push the rock from both sides. Whenever the accumulation of salts more and more is happening, this salt needs more space to occupy. Whenever the salt needs more space to occupy, this particular salt is trying to push the rock from both sides. Whenever the salt is pushing the rock from both sides, what happened to the rock at one particular time? Breaking of rock. Okay, the breaking of rock due to a salt action, such type of weathering is called as salt wedging. Intavaraku okay na? Write down the process. Okay, what about thermal expansion and contraction? It can be seen in the areas of equatorial and tropical region. What about the frost action? It can be seen in polar region. But what about the salt wedging? The salt wedging can be seen in desert area. What is the next weathering? Exfoliation. Give the next heading as exfoliation. Exfoliation. The breaking of rock into small fragments in layer by layer model. layer by layer model. Such type of weathering is known as exfoliation. Such type of weathering is known as exfoliation. The next point, the exfoliation is also known as onion weathering. The exfoliation is also known as onion weathering. For example, this is the rock. Okay, this particular rock has broken into a layer by layer series. Okay, this is the first layer, this is the second layer, this is the third layer, this is the fourth layer. The breaking of rock in a layer by layer fashion. Such type of weathering is called as exfoliation. Have you ever seen the onion? Whenever we are peeling off one layer, the another layer will be exposed. Whenever the second layer you are peeling, which layer exposes? Third layer. Whenever you are peeling the third layer, the fourth layer will be exposed. Similarly, the removal of rock in a layer by layer fashion, such type of weathering is called as onion weathering, which is also known as exfoliation. Okay, the next point. The exfoliation causes due to removal of superincumbent material. Superincumbent material or pressure release or pressure release. What it means, see here. For example, this is the surface of the earth. You can find the rock in the deep inner layers. Assume that this is the rock. Over this particular rock, what is there? All the soil particles are there. Assume that this is completely a soil particles. Within the soil, who is there? The rock is there. Okay, whenever the wind is blowing with a huge velocity, what happened to the soil? The soil will be stayed there itself, or it can be moved from one place to other place. It can be moved in the form of erosion. This is the, whenever the second layer of soil is also eroded, finally entire rock comes under the influence of sunlight, or only the top of this particular rock comes under the sunlight. Only the top of the rock comes under the influence of sunlight. So the top layer will be exposed to sunlight. Whenever the top layer is exposing to sunlight, this particular rock underwent into a process called as expansion as well as contraction. Entire rock is underwent into expansion and contraction. Only the top layer is underwent into expansion and contraction, and the top layer will be removed. For example, this is the first layer, second layer, third layer. What happened to the first layer? It got removed. Over a period of time, which layer is removed? Second layer. Nothing but before this particular one, who is there on this particular rock? The pressure is there. What is the literal meaning of pressure? Applying the force. Who is applying the force on this particular rock? Entire soil is applying the pressure. Over a period of time, what happened to the pressure? It got moved off. The pressure got decreased. And this particular layer exposes to sunlight. Such type of weathering is called as exfoliation. నార్మల్గా సోప్స్ చూసారా, సోప్ మీద ఎక్స్ఫోలియేషన్ అని రాసి ఉంటుంది. ఫేస్ వాష్, సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫేస్ వాషెస్ ఆర్ దేర్ లైక్ ఏ ఎక్స్ఫోలియేషన్. ఫేస్ మాస్క్ తెలుసా? ఫేస్ మాస్క్ వేసి మళ్ళీ తీసేసామనుకోండి, యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్ ఆల్ సార్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ డస్ట్ పార్టికల్స్ ఆర్ నాట్. Similarly, the layer, nothing but the rock is removing in the form of layer by layer fashion. Such type of weathering is called as exfoliation. Write down. Due to continuous pressure release due to continuous pressure release, the soil particles erodes, the soil particle erodes, and top layer of soil exposes to sunlight. Exposes to sunlight. The next point, due to explosive nature, the top layer of rock underwent into weathering. Okay, this is about the process of onion weathering as well as exfoliation.